Hi guys, it's Kelly Lativola here, and I'm back with the next installment of What Would Kelly Make? And for today's card, the technique is going to be shaker cards. So when I had gotten the parcels and made the choice, I chose this one, which included the 4U tag die from Sugar Pea Designs and then some flowers from Studio Katia. So here we're just going to be talking about the tag portion. So there's two separate dies. I cut a back and then I also put them together. You can see them taped there, and cut a frame. Before you start putting your shaker together, you want to do whatever background you're going to do. So I just threw some Distress ink and some splatters on just so my background wouldn't be plain white. And then I went ahead and cut down a piece of acetate. So this is going to be the clear portion that is going to allow us to see through our shaker window. So I just cut that down to slightly smaller than my frame. I used some liquid adhesive to go ahead and adhere that to the frame part. I want to be a little careful with that liquid adhesive because if there's anything hanging over the edges, it can cause your sequins to stick. So the magic part of the shaker card is because of the foam tape. Now I'm using Scotch foam tape. This particular tag die has very thin borders, so I'm trimming mine down. But basically you want to put your foam tape down so that every single portion is covered. So you want to butt these pieces up right next to each other so that there is no holes and your sequins cannot escape. We don't want any escapees. We want all of them to stay where they are, nothing falling off of our card. So I usually cut them a little bit bigger. I just eyeball it when I rip off the piece and then trim them down as I work. So this is, it's relatively simple. You just want to make sure that, you don't have any foam tape showing through the acetate or hanging over the edges, so everything's neat and clean. The last piece is always the trickiest piece because you have to have it butted up against both sides. So again, there's no escape artists. What I find easiest is I push it against the one side and then I go ahead and slide my scissors next to the piece that's already down and then trim it off there so everything does match up. So once you have your first layer down, because you want there to be enough room for your sequins to move, you're going to go ahead and do a second layer. So this is 2 layers of foam tape, so that way they can move about and shake. They're not going to get stuck. Simon Says Stamp has just released a huge amount of these new sequins and they're so pretty. And so I just picked some, I think this is the Rain mix and the Meadow mix is what I used. Because they match the color of the background of the tag that I decided to go with. So you're just going to put those in the center. This is the easiest way I found to fill them. I know that if you use a fuse tool, which is not what we're doing here, it'll leave, you leave a little section open and you can kind of pour them in. For the Scotch foam tape version, this is the easiest way I found it, is to put them all on the center of your background, whether that's a card or a tag. In this case, it's a tag. I'm adding some clear sequins from Pretty Pink Posh as well. And then I just scoop them all into the middle, and I'm going to go ahead and take the release paper off of the back of the Scotch foam tape, and then I'm going to line up the frame over the background piece. That's just how I found it to be easiest for me. And then everything, if you don't press down right away, you can it'll give you a little bit of give. So don't smush it down automatically. Just wait until you got everything lined up before you firmly adhere it. And then that's it. You got a shaker. And you can put it on a card, you could leave it as a tag, you can do whatever. So this is the technique video. I also did a full card, which is completely different colors. And also use the flowers. So if you guys would like to see that, you can head over, if you're watching on YouTube, to the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel, or if you're on the blog, it will be the other video that's included in the post. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.